Encourage them to get together.
Senate Republicans there coming out squarely in support of Jeff Sessions, who, of course, used to be among their number, as President Trump keeps up a war of words with his own attorney general. With a new Washington Post report saying the president is privately discussing a recess appointment to replace Sessions should he resign. Joining us now, Isaac Wright, former executive director for Correct the Record Super PAC, a pro-Clinton super PAC in 2016. Adam Goodman is a Republican campaign strategist and an Edward R. Murrow Fellow at Tufts University. Thanks very much for being here.
Thank you.
Adam, if the president really wants a new attorney general, why not just fire him?
Well, I can tell you public opinion is never in recess as we talk about a recess appointment. Here, John, here's what the president, if he would take our advice, should do. There's a remedy. One, instead of tweeting at the attorney general, meet with him, sit down and still see if you have common ground moving forward. If not, I agree with Lindsey Graham and so many other senators, give him a graceful exit. And then finally, regardless of what you decide to do, my advice to the president is, as much as you're asking the American people to have confidence in you, show that same confidence in the team you put around you that I think is full of tremendous talent and that I think he was very proud of going in.
Isaac, the recess appointment would require the Senate actually to be in recess, and Democrats have indicated they're going to use some parliamentary maneuverings to keep the Senate in session, even though basically nobody's coming to work.
I think that's the goal, to try to not let this president rig the system. I mean, this whole mess sounds, it tells us a truckload about the president's character. For one, his weakness, his lack of backbone. If he wants to fire Sessions, man up and fire Sessions. Don't just stick around and taunt the man on Twitter like you're trying to be a playground bully and you're not tough enough to do anything about it. Second, it tells us a lot about his ethics. What is the president hiding that he feels like he has to rig the system for investigators not to find? And why does he feel like he has to go around the system to do it?
The notion of him firing Sessions, it doesn't seem like there's much support in Congress, even among Republicans, for that idea, Adam.
There is, and certainly in the lead into this program, you saw the senators, one after another, John, showing such support. They really admire Jeff Sessions. They think he's made his tremendous moral fibers, but he's a great contributor to very important conversations in the Senate. So they have a lot of love for this guy. I think there's a right way and a wrong way, frankly, to, you might say, change personnel. If you're the president, I think the president should hear these voices and move down a better track. If he is not going to retain Jeff Sessions, I think he owes him, certainly, as Lindsey Graham and others have said, the dignity of a graceful exit.
But Isaac, Sessions, I mean, he may be taking some public humiliation from the president, but he says he's enjoying the job, and he says he's getting some things done, rounding up MS-13 gangs, cracking down on illegal immigration, that kind of thing.
Sessions not resigning so far has shown more backbone and integrity than President Trump has shown in this situation. It's frustrating at a minimum to see a president who is demanding that a member of his cabinet do something that is likely unethical and possibly criminal in order to try to cover up the president's own actions and to stop the investigation of the president.
You're talking about the potential dismissal of the special counsel, Robert Mueller.
Correct.
All right. Let's turn to another topic. Republican Senator Lisa Murkowski of Alaska confirmed to Fox News the earlier reports that the Interior Secretary, Ryan Zinke, called to express White House displeasure with her position on health care. Listen.
I did have a conversation with the secretary, and he told me what I already knew, which was that the president wasn't pleased with the sorry, I'm looking for which room I'm going to. Wasn't pleased with the vote that I had taken. And I knew that. I had had a conversation with the president.
The president also put her in his Twitter sites, tweeting, Senator Murkowski of the great state of Alaska really let the Republicans and our country down yesterday. Too bad. This because she did not vote in favor of the repeal of Obamacare that the president was eager to see happen. Adam, every president twists some arms. This president seems to like to do it very publicly. Is that helpful?
Well, it's happening, whether it's helpful or not. I can tell you everything an elected representative says or doesn't say, does or doesn't do, is open to second guessing and obviously criticism. But here in this situation, Senator Murkowski, she has campaigned for a repeal of Obamacare. She has voted for a repeal of Obamacare, and I think it's more than a little frustrating for other members of the might say the Republican caucus, and for everyone looking at the health care debate who feel there are significant problems with Obamacare, that she suddenly doesn't seem to be, muscling up and going to the starting line and showing the kind of backbone that she campaigned on when she ran for re-election.
There is a bit of tit for tat going on, too. The reports that Senator Murkowski then essentially held up nominees for Secretary Zinke's Interior Department. Obviously, the Interior Department responsible for running huge amounts of Alaska, the state that she represents. Adam, you can threaten a U.S. senator, but they have their own ways to get back at you.
Absolutely. This is a game where we all race around the same track, and eventually, whatever we've done before catches up with us. Senator Murkowski, is, I think, a respected member of the Senate. I think she's obviously has a very independent mind, and as she described it, John, this was a difficult conversation she had with Secretary Zink, but not an unusual one.
Isaac, I'm guessing that you come down on Senator Murkowski's side on this one.
She voted with the people of her state, the people who elected her to that office, and she voted with them instead of with the president and the rest of the Republican Party. I think the president, instead of trying to figure out how to intimidate her, should figure out why the policies that he and the Republicans like Mitch McConnell are proposing are so bad for her constituents that she has to vote against them.
Isaac Wright, Adam Goodman, thank you both.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
A Fox News alert: Senate lawmakers debating the future of health care, and Republicans